Ethan had always been the quiet type, a boy who preferred the comfort of his books and video games over socializing. He often kept to himself at school. But when he met Olivia, everything seemed to change. She was everything Ethan wasn't: extroverted, charming, and effortlessly confident. Olivia was popular, the kind of girl everyone seemed to admire, and for reasons he didn't quite understand, she took a special interest in him. At first, Ethan was flattered. Olivia, with her sharp wit and flirtatious glances, made him feel like he mattered. She would often sit next to him in class, engaging him in conversations that seemed light-hearted, but always had an underlying tension. When they spoke, it was as if she was drawing him in slowly and carefully, with her subtle smiles, and the way her eyes lingered a little too long. Ethan, inexperienced and unsure, didn't recognize the warning signs. It wasn't until one late evening when they were walking home together that Ethan started to feel uneasy. Olivia had invited him to her house under the guise of watching a movie. He agreed, thinking nothing of it. But when they got inside, the atmosphere shifted. Olivia sat close to him on the couch, her body language suggestive and forward. As they watched the movie, she slid her hand over his, and for the first time, Ethan felt a rush of discomfort. "I like you, Ethan," she said, her voice low. "You don't have to pretend you don't feel it." Ethan was paralyzed with confusion. His mind raced, but he didn't know how to respond. Olivia, seeing his hesitation, leaned in closer. Her lips brushed against his ear, whispering things that made his skin crawl. It wasn't just the physical closeness. It was the forceful intensity, the way she seemed to be pushing him into something he wasn't ready for. "Olivia, I think I should go home," he stammered, his heart pounding in his chest. She pulled back, her expression shifting quickly from playful to something more calculating. "Don't be shy, Ethan. I know you want this too." But Ethan, his instincts finally kicking in, stood up abruptly. "No, Olivia, this isn't right," he said firmly, backing away. "I don't want this." Her eyes flickered with something like frustration, but then her face softened, as if she was trying to mask the coldness beneath. "You're just scared," she murmured, but Ethan had already made up his mind. He felt trapped, but in that moment he knew what he had to do. Without another word, Ethan turned and walked out of the house. He didn't look back. The cool night air hit his face, but it felt like freedom. His heart still raced, but he had taken control.